Sometimes the reason you ruin your future is because your past still thinks it's protecting you. You were this close. A new job, a new city, a version of your life that finally felt like yours. And then, you didn't take it. You told yourself it wasn't the right time, that you weren't ready, that something could go wrong. But here's what no one asks. What if you pulled back? Not because you were afraid of failing, but because you were afraid of leaving? Every family hands you a script. Not written down, never spoken, but you absorb it through what they celebrated, what they feared, and what they quietly buried and called being realistic. For a long time, you stayed inside those lines. Because inside the lines, you belonged. You were recognizable. You were safe. Then something in you started to grow past the edges of the blueprint. And that's when the sabotage began. Self-sabotage gets diagnosed as fear, as shame, as a broken relationship with success. But there's something underneath all of that rarely gets named. Loyalty. Not always, but often enough to matter. When you're about to outgrow the life you were handed, when you're standing at the edge of something genuinely different, a part of you looks back at the people who gave you that script, at the sacrifices they made inside of it, at the unspoken agreement that you would carry it forward. And leaving feels like betrayal. The job offer you didn't take, not because it was wrong, but because accepting it would mean your parents' sacrifices happened in a world that no longer needed them. The relationship you walked away from, not because it was broken, but because being truly loved by someone who saw all of you felt like leaving the version of you your family always knew. Not consciously. You don't think, I can't succeed because my father didn't. It doesn't arrive as a thought. It arrives as hesitation, as an excuse that appears right on time, as a decision that quietly returns you to the life you already know. Most people never make this connection. The sabotage feels random, personal, like a flaw in the wiring. But it isn't random. It's faithful. Here's what faithfulness to a borrowed life costs you. It costs you the future that was only ever yours. The one no one in your family imagined, because no one in your family had to. Your life is asking you to build something that doesn't exist yet. And the people you're staying loyal to, most of them don't even know you're doing it. They didn't ask for this. They never handed you the script and said, "Don't go further than we did." You wrote that rule yourself, in the quiet space between what they lived and what you watched. The question worth sitting with is not, why do I keep sabotaging myself? It's, who are you still trying to protect by staying small? There's a version of growth that doesn't require abandoning where you came from, but it does require something harder. It requires understanding that outgrowing a life is not the same as rejecting the people inside it. That you can love someone's story without agreeing to live it. That the most honest thing you can do for the people who raised you is to live a life they didn't have the conditions to imagine. Self-sabotage isn't weakness. It's love, aimed in the wrong direction. And the moment you understand that, really understand it, you stop fighting yourself and start choosing